are here for the first night of the 21st Jamaica Stock Exchange's Regional Investments and Capital Markets Conference. And I'm here with the big man himself, the chairman of the Jamaica Stock Exchange, Mr. Stephen Whittingham. Good evening, sir.
Daniel, thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here. What a great night this was.
Yes, indeed. Well, we got a lot of presentations from Professor Angus Young, as well as a very riveting presentation by Dr. Andrew Michael Holness, Prime Minister of Jamaica. Now, it's the 21st year. What can persons expect to be different this year compared to the other years?
Well, yes, in addition to those presentations that we also had an amazing presentation from Jeffrey's MD, Greg Fisher.
Yes.
Who I always love to listen to, hear what he has to say, because he always starts his presentation talking about what's happening in the US and how that translates to what's happening here. He's such a friend of Jamaica, sponsor of this
a main sponsor for many years.
Many years, as has NCB been, and so really grateful for those two entities and their support. In terms of what the conference is going to be about this year and what's going to be different, first of all, for those of you who are not here, it has been standing room only. The room was absolutely jam-packed. It was an amazing turnout. We had, I saw CEOs of some of the largest companies in the region here. The caliber of attendees is amongst the highest as I've ever seen it. And so I think that's a big thing, because, you know, we are at a point in Jamaica where we are trying to figure out what our post-recovery road looks like. And I think there were so many people who wanted to hear what the Prime Minister had to say.
Indeed,
This was a great opportunity to get us an inclination of what the plans for the future of Jamaica are emerging from the catastrophe of Hurricane Melissa. And so we kick off tomorrow morning with the Minister of Finance, where we're going to get a lot more detail in terms of some of the key areas of fiscal focus for the government. And then from there, we jump into an agenda that is absolutely amazing. When you take a look at the participants, the panelists, the presentations, we are seeing international stock exchange CEOs, we are seeing central bank governors, we are seeing CEOs of large regional entities, we're seeing industry experts. I think you're going to see two amazing days of fantastic presentations and engagement with the investing community here.
Now, the theme, very timely, right? Capital markets fueling economic resurgence and resilience. Why was that theme chosen?
Well, I think it's the simple reason why is because of where we were 3 months ago coming out of Hurricane Melissa, and recognizing the role that the capital markets is going to have to play in the development and the rebuilding and recapitalization, the regeneration of our economy. When you take a look at what the government outlined in terms of their capital plans, there still is going to be a huge part to be played by individual companies, by the private sector in general,
international investors,
by the international investing community. And all of that's going to be channeled through, a large part of it, through the capital markets. And so the Jamaica Stock Exchange really sees itself as a key pillar in the rebuilding efforts. And the whole concept of rebuilding is not just about putting back what was there. It's about rebuilding better. It's about building back better. It's about building for resilience. And you can get a sense of how that theme came about. And throughout the messages all tonight, you heard that message being shared by all of the presenters and speakers.
Now, Jamaica is known for fiscal discipline because of the reputation we've earned through investor confidence. What inspiration can other capital markets across the Caribbean take from us?
Well, the message that we heard tonight, again, about the international rating agencies and their views on Jamaica, their reaffirmations of our credit quality, based on the many years of work that we have done, I think is a real roadmap for countries in our region.
For other countries,
Look, Jamaica is, we're all small, relatively small economies. We're all, in some ways, monoculture economies where we're focused either on tourism or agriculture or some very key pillars for each economy. But that doesn't prevent us from having the kind of fiscal discipline that we need.
Yeah.
It does not prevent us from engaging with the international financing community, showing them that with the kind of commitment to fiscal discipline that Jamaica has put in place, that there is a path for them to have economic sustainability, and as the Prime Minister said, economic independence.
Yes.
And so I think that's a big takeaway. I think capital markets is going to play a huge role in that. And I want to say that, and this is a regional investment conference, there is a role for the Jamaica Stock Exchange to play in the development of the other nations in the Caribbean.
Yeah.
We think that there's more than enough economic capacity. Our market here is developed. Our broker-dealer community is really extensive and expansive. Our legal framework here really facilitates all of what is required for us to be a hub for some of the kind of growth that we're looking for in the region.
Now, I know persons might be wondering, is this just a talk shop, or are we going to be involved in practical workshop style presentations to unearth new solutions?
Yeah. So I never think of this conference as a talk shop. And in my remarks, I always talk about why this conference is at the beginning of the year. Because the topics that are discussed here, you heard the Prime Minister giving inklings into what the political agenda as it relates to the economy. You're going to see more of that tomorrow from Minister of Finance. And then you're going to hear from the Leader of Opposition on Thursday. And when you hear all of that, you're going to understand what the political framework that we're going to be operating in for the year. Then when you take a look at the CEOs who are here, they are here because they want to understand what is happening in our economy. They want to understand what other companies are thinking. This is not just about the presentations, which are amazing, but it is about the CEOs networking and engaging and building contacts and relationships. And then
which is necessary.
Which is absolutely necessary. And then finally, it really is an opportunity for us just to get together and share some of the kind of best practices that we're working on, share some of the ideas that we have, to really encourage all of us to work together and to really put forward our best feet for our respective shareholders.
What is the last word that you'd want to tell our viewers tonight?
Tonight?
Yeah.
Well, last word is make sure you're here tomorrow morning and make sure you're here on Thursday, because this is an amazing opportunity to engage with the political community in Jamaica, engage with the leadership, the C-suite of the businesses listed on the Jamaica Stock Exchange, to engage with a lot of the leading professionals. I see a lot of the legal community here, a lot of the leading corporate lawyers. I've seen, so many of the leading professionals who are all here because they know that this is a great place for us all to get together and share ideas.
All right, thank you so much. And that was the chairman of the Jamaica Stock Exchange. And it was our first night. See you tomorrow, as this is the 21st Regional Investments and Capital Markets Conference. I'm Daniel Pasley.
I'm trading stocks to achieve my financial goals.
I'm also trading stocks to achieve my financial goals.
Start a conversation with the Jamaica Stock Exchange.
Check jamstockx.com for information and a list of registered stockbrokers. You can also call the Jamaica Stock Exchange at 876-967-3271 for information on how to begin. I am achieving my financial goals.
I'm achieving my financial goals.